Hey everyone, Namaste. Welcome to Breathe and Bend Yoga. If you are an old subscriber, though I don't have many, but you would know that I took a really long break from making videos for this channel. A lot of things happened during this time. I got married, which is a huge change. So I took a break from making videos, but now I want to resume doing the same. And if you go through my old videos, you would see that I mostly make very slow-paced videos where you can practice or follow along what I'm doing, and I'm going to continue the same pattern. So I thought of starting a series called Decompress, where I can show you, or I can make really short videos where I just practice, or I just show you what I practice on a daily basis, how I incorporate yoga in my day-to-day life. So I'm going to start with the very short kind of a sequence. This is something I do on a daily basis before going to bed, and it gives me such relief from any kind of muscle aches or cramps that I get throughout the day, because I'm sitting mostly. I have a proper desk job, and the only exercise or mobility I get is basically just commuting from home to work and then work to home. So before going to bed, I really do this so that there's some lengthening and strengthening in my legs, my sides, the backs, the shoulders, and some relief in my hip area. So yeah, let's get started. You can place a mat. Even if you don't have a mat, I suggest you do it on a carpet or something. Just don't do it on the floor, because you might slip, so that's not advisable. Also, you can bring along any props. I will not be using any props as such because I don't have any, but blocks, straps, chair, a low stool, anything that you think you would need for your practice, you can have it handy. I might show you some modification using my couches. So yeah, let's get started. Come to your mat. The first and foremost thing before doing any practice or starting any practice is to get comfortable and be relaxed. So just stand on your mat in a relaxed manner and just normalize your breathing. Slowly starting to deepen your breathing. You can also bring one hand to your heart and the other to your belly, and while you're inhaling and exhaling, you can feel your belly going in and coming out. Stay here for 5 or even 6 breaths. You can also sway to the front and back, just on your feet. You're always almost constantly standing on your feet if you're traveling by bus or by train, or you're just walking to your work. So while swaying your feet gets a little bit of relaxation. It really helps me to feel less achy in my feet. I don't know if achy is a word or not, but we are going to go ahead. Keep your hands by your side now. Now interlace your fingers, or what you can do is just raise your arms up and interlace your fingers and just stretch as much as you can. Make sure your ears are not being touched by your arms, like there's a gap. Stay there for a few moments and come back. Again, raise your arms arms up, interlace your fingers and stretch. And then gently come back. Now again, raise your arms up, interlace your fingers, and now when you are stretching, come up on your toes. This is going to help lengthen and stretch your calves. Gently come back. Once more. Arms up, interlace your fingers, stretch on your toes. Come back. Again, arms up, interlace your fingers, stretch on your toes. Try to stay a bit longer this time. And gently come back. Take a moment. Be here for 2 or 3 breaths. You can again sway to the front and the back. You can also just make fists, open and close your fists. Now we will be doing very gentle back bends and forward bends. So what I need you to do is, again, arms by your side. Then raise your arms up. Interlace your fingers and do a gentle back bend. Don't strain your back, just a gentle back bend. Your bend should be from here, not your neck, from your back. So it goes like this. I'm not wearing tight clothes, so you won't be able to see. But your back bend should be from here. This is what is going out, not your neck. Gentle back bend. Come back. Release your arms. Again. Hands up in the air, interlace your fingers. Gentle back bend. Stay there for a moment. Release your back. Release your arms. Last time. Raise your arms. Interlace your fingers. Gentle back bend. Stay there for a moment, longer this time. Then come back and release your arms. Now with the same movement, we'll incorporate one more movement, which is like a half bend. So basically, you come to your standing position. Raise your arms, interlace your fingers, gentle back bend, and then come half, just till here. Hold it, go back, and then release your arms. 2 more times. If you have issues with your back, I suggest you take help of a couch or maybe a low stool wherein you just hold the stool. So what you essentially do is that, I'll show you on this side. So when you're coming down like this, just hold the stool in this manner so that you don't strain your lower back. Let's do this 2 more times. Raise your arms, interlace your fingers, gentle back bend, then a half bend. Stay there for a moment. Release your back, and then release your arms. Last time. Raise your arms, interlace your fingers, gentle back bend. Slowly release into a half forward bend. Arms up, and then release your arms. Just sway for a while. You can also just shake out your hands and maybe, just sway your shoulders in the reverse motion. Now again, we will build up on the same pose that we are doing. So essentially what you're going to do here is, you are in your standing position, you raise your arms, you interlace your fingers, and this time you come to a proper forward bend. Sorry, there's a back bend here, back bend, and then you come to a proper forward bend. Now you may not be able to grasp your toes or your feet, so you can use a block here, or you can grab hold of your legs, your calves, and if it's too much for you, then just be at your knee level, then just grab your knee. That should be enough. Let's do it from the beginning. Come to your standing position. Raise your arms, interlace your fingers, gentle back bend, bend forward, and stay in this forward bend for a moment. Now grab your shins and then bring your hands to the front and then gently rise. Release your arms. 2 more times. Raise your arms, interlace your fingers, gentle back bend, a complete forward bend. Stay there in your forward bend. You can also completely let go of any kind of strength that you need for your forward bend. Just be here in a ragdoll position, Just let your hands flow. Let your head hang. Be here for a moment or two. Then grab your shins into a half forward bend. And arms to the front. And slowly come back. Release your arms. One last time. Raise your hands. Interlace your fingers. Gentle back bend. Come to a complete forward bend. Grab your feet or let go of your hands, let go of your head. Be there for 3 or 4 breaths. You can even try to grab the back of your shins or something. Or just release your hands. I think this is the most comfortable position. Grab your shins for a half forward bend. Bring your arms to the front and then gently rise. Release your arms. Just one more pose in this entire sequence and then we are done. So what you can do here is, if you have pain in your knee, just stick to this particular sequence. Do not add on to this because we are going to be sitting down on our knees. So if you have any issues with your back or your knee, I suggest you not to do it, or maybe use a stool. Okay? So let's get started. I think the first one you should just watch me, and then from the second one, try and do it. Come to your normal standing position, stand tall. Raise your arms, interlace your fingers, gentle back bend. Come to a complete forward bend. Hands in the front of your feet, and then just sit on your knees like this. This is how I'm sitting. My ankles or my heel is not touching the ground. That's fine for now. I'm not doing a complete Utkatasana or complete Manasana. You just want to sit, just want to, let go of the entire day's tiredness. So I'm just going to be here like this. I let my body caving into this closed up position to just feel secure. We're going to be here for 2 or 3 breaths. Then coming back to my forward bend. Grabbing my shins for a half forward bend. Hands in the front, gently rising, and then releasing my arms. We're going to do this 2 more times. So you can do this with me and go at your own pace, okay? Standing tall. Arms up in the air, interlacing your fingers, gentle back bend, a complete forward bend. Being here for a moment. Hands in front of my feet. I'm going to sit down. Be here for 2 to 3 breaths. Just literally turn into a ball. Coming back to my forward bend. Grasping my shins for a half forward bend. Hands in the front. And I will gently rise. And come back. One last time. Hands up in the air. Interlace your fingers. Gentle back bend. Come to a complete forward bend. With your hands in front of your feet. You can use a block here. We will sit down. Curl up into a ball. If it is too much for you to keep your hands in the front, you can also keep it by your side. It's totally fine. Whatever works for you, just be comfortable. Come back to your forward bend. Grab your shins for a half forward bend. Hands in the front. Gently rise and release your arms. Come back to your normal breathing. If you are not used to practicing yoga, you might be a little out of breath. So I suggest that you stay here and come back to your normal breathing. You can have one hand on your heart and the other on your belly. And take like 5 or 6 normal breathing. You don't have to inhale deep or exhale deep. Hands by your side. You can just, shrug your shoulders up and down. Gently sway on your feet. And then just rub your palms. And put that warmth on your eyes. And come back to yourself. So this was a really short practice. And I do this every day before bed. It helps me to calm down, and that entire curling motion, and every time I bend down I feel so much relief in my neck and in my in this entire area. So I cannot fall asleep if I do not do this every time I go to bed. So I hope you feel a little better. Also, you don't have to do the complete sequence, because if you're not used to doing yoga, it might be a lot for you. So just maybe do 1 or 2 poses and then call it a day, and then build up upon it every day or every week per your pace. So it brings me to the end of the video. Thank you for being here, and I hope you feel a little bit better and have a good night's sleep. So that's all. Bye bye.